Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome, listeners, to another chilling episode of The Shadow Frequency. I'm Juniper, your guide behind the scenes, and tonight I'm digging through the creaky old file cabinet in the studio to pull out something truly unearthly. Let's get her open here. See if I can... This is you gotta clean this out, Matt. Okay, here it is. Episode 176, labeled Green Fireballs Haunt New Mexico. This one's got a glow to it, literally. Matt, these glowing orbs from 1948 sound like they're straight out of a cosmic horror story. You ready to dive into this eerie mystery?
Oh, Juniper, you know I'm always ready to chase glowing mysteries in the night sky.
Right.
Those green fireballs over New Mexico, They're not just lights. They're whispers from something beyond. Let's see what the shadows have to say about this one.
Whispers from beyond, huh? Well, listeners, buckle up for a wild ride into the unknown. Matt, take it away and light up the sky with those ghostly green orbs.
Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where we peer into the corners of reality that don't quite add up. Tonight, we're stepping back to 1948 to the desolate star-strewn deserts of New Mexico, where the night sky came alive with something unnatural. Picture this, it's December, just after midnight. The air is crisp, the silence of the desert almost deafening. Suddenly, a brilliant green orb cuts through the darkness, moving with purpose, silent as a ghost. It's not a meteor, it's not a plane, it's something else, something that haunted the skies over Los Alamos and Sandia National Laboratories, places where the secrets of the atom were being unraveled. These were the green fireballs, and they left witnesses trembling with awe and dread. The first reports came in late November 1948, around Albuquerque. Pilots, both civilian and military, saw them first. On December 5th, two separate air crews reported a green ball of fire streaking west to east, one so close it forced the pilot to swerve his plane. One witness described it like a glowing softball, painted in fluorescent green, hurled right at his face at impossible speed. These weren't fleeting glimpses. Some fireballs lingered, gliding horizontally in ways meteors never do, defying gravity, defying explanation. What made these sightings so unsettling was their focus. They clustered around Los Alamos, where the Manhattan Project birthed the atomic bomb, and Sandia, a hub of nuclear secrets. Scientists, intelligence officers, even ranchers in the desert all saw them. Over 100 sightings were logged in December alone, each one painting a picture of something intelligent, something watching. Dr. Lincoln La Paz, a renowned astronomer from the University of New Mexico, was called in to investigate. He tracked their paths, scoured the desert for debris, and found nothing. No craters, no fragments, no trace of a meteor's fiery death. La Paz himself said these objects moved, unlike any meteor I've ever seen, noting their eerie silence and lack of a sparkling tail. Now let's lean into the paranormal. Some who saw these fireballs swore they felt a presence, a kind of psychic weight in the air, as if the orbs carried intent. Could they have been atmospheric spirits, entities drawn to the raw power of nuclear experiments? The Navajo and Pueblo peoples of the region have long spoken of sky spirits, luminous beings tied to the land's energy. Were these green fireballs manifestations of something ancient, stirred by humanity's tampering with forces beyond our understanding? Or perhaps they were psychic projections, born from the collective fear and awe of a world entering the atomic age, a time when science felt like sorcery. Whatever they weren't random. They appeared with purpose, hovering near humanity's most dangerous creations. By early 1949, the military was rattled. These fireballs weren't just lights, they were a mystery that threatened national security. The Air Force launched Project Twinkle, a classified operation to capture these orbs on film and spectrographs. Observation towers sprouted across New Mexico, but the fireballs seemed to dance just out of reach, mocking our attempts to pin them down. Witnesses reported feeling watched, as if the orbs knew they were being studied. The desert nights grew heavier, charged with an otherworldly presence that no one could name. Juniper, this is wild stuff. I mean, green orbs hovering over nuclear labs giving off a vibe like they're alive? It's like the desert itself was haunted. What do you think, spirits or something even stranger?
Matt, I'm getting chills just thinking about all these glowing orbs staring back at people.
Right.
I'm leaning towards spirits, maybe the desert's way of saying, hey, stop messing with the atom.
Yeah.
Take us deeper, Matt. What's next?
Oh, we're diving even further into the shadows, Juniper. Stay tuned, listeners. After the break, we'll explore more of this mystery and a theory that might just ground these ghostly lights. Over to you, Juniper.
Oh my goodness, are you feeling that eerie buzz in the air? Those green fireballs over New Mexico are giving me goosebumps. Are they spirits, psychic echoes, or something even wilder? I bet you're all out there under the stars wondering what's watching from above. Stick around, because Matt's got more to unravel in the second half, including a theory that might challenge the paranormal vibes. But first, let's hear from Chris Beach to tell you where to find the shadow frequency. Chris, take it away.
Quick reminder, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow the Shadow Frequency on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and any podcast app you use. Our home base is shadowfrequencypodcast.com. You can stream every episode there, read our new Shadow blog posts, grab some paranormal merch, and even drop us a voicemail. Let us know where you're listening from, and we just might play it on an upcoming show. And if you're enjoying what we do and want to help out, consider buying us a coffee. We truly appreciate the support. Back over to Juniper.
Thanks, Chris. All right, time for our favorite part, the mailbag. I'm firing up the spectral message materializer here. Let's flip the switches. Doody-doody-doo. We gotta see what pops out today for the listener note. All right, let's see what the shadows have sent us. Let me just get this open here real quick. Oh, this one's a gem, listeners. We've got a message from Tom in Florida. It's giving me all the creepy coastal vibes. It says, hey, Matt and Juniper, I just wanted to drop you a quick note to say how much I enjoy the shadow frequency. I live on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and my favorite thing to do is take a chair down to the beach after dark, let the sound of the waves roll in, and listen to your show under the stars. Something about the mix of ocean breeze, the moonlight on the water, and your eerie stories that makes the experience absolutely perfect. Keep up the great work. You've got a loyal listener out here on the sand. Stay spooky, Tom from Florida. Tom, you're living the dream. I can just picture you out there, waves crashing, stars twinkling at our creepy tales, sending shivers down your spine. That moonlight on the water must make every story feel like it's happening right there. Thanks for the love, and keep those beachside vibes spooky. Listeners, if you want to share your own shadowy experience, you can drop us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you. All right, Matt, the night's getting darker. Take us back to those green fireballs.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency, where we're chasing the ghostly green fireballs that haunted New Mexico's skies in 1948. We left off with Project Twinkle, the Air Force's desperate attempt to capture these luminous orbs. But the fireballs didn't just evade cameras, they seemed to toy with their pursuers. Dr. Lincoln LaPaz, the astronomer leading the charge, was convinced these weren't meteors. He noted their controlled flight patterns and speeds up to 27,000 miles per hour, with no sonic booms or debris. One night, a fireball descended at 45-degree angle, then impossibly leveled off, gliding horizontally like it was guided by an unseen hand. Let's dive deeper into the paranormal. Some witnesses reported a strange mental hum, a psychic pressure, when these orbs appeared. Could they have been atmospheric spirits, entities tied to the Earth's energy, disturbed by the nuclear tests at Trinity and beyond? The Los Alamos labs were splitting atoms, unleashing forces that echoed across dimensions. Maybe these fireballs were manifestations of that raw primal energy, spirits of the air, drawn to the chaos of humanity's new toys. Or perhaps they were psychic imprints, projections of this collective dread of a world teetering on the edge of annihilation. The Cold War was heating up, and fear was thick in the air. Could that fear have summoned these glowing watchers? But not everyone was ready to embrace the otherworldly. In 2006, Australian physicist Dr. Stephen Hughes offered a skeptical take. These fireballs might be a form of ball lightning, electrified air creating glowing plasma balls. He argued the green hue came from ionized oxygen, like the aurora borealis, triggered by meteors creating conductive paths in the atmosphere. It's a compelling theory, but it doesn't explain the horizontal paths, the lack of sound, or the eerie sense of purpose witnesses felt. Hughes himself admitted ball lightning is a mystery itself, barely understood even today. So are we explaining one enigma with another? By 1951, Project Twinkle shut down, its findings inconclusive. The official report called the fireballs probably natural, but that felt like a dodge. Sightings dwindled, but the mystery lingered. Were these orbs, spirits, psychic echoes, or something else entirely? The desert keeps its secrets, and those green lights still burn in the minds of those who saw them, daring us to look up and wonder what's watching back. Juniper, these fireballs feel like they're still out there waiting to reappear. That psychic hum idea gives me the creeps. What do you make of it?
Matt, that psychic hum is freaky, unimagining spirits floating above Los Alamos, glowing green and judging us.
Right.
But that ball lightning idea? Sounds like science trying to tame the spooky.
Exactly.
Shall I wrap it up? What's the final word?
No final word here, Juniper. Just questions that glow in the dark. Over to you for the sign-off.
Well, listeners, that's it for episode 176 of The Shadow Frequency. We dove into the haunting mystery of New Mexico's green fireballs, glowing orbs that lit up the night and left us all wondering. Spirits, psychic energy, or something even stranger. The skies are quiet now, but who knows what's waiting out there in the shadows. Huge thanks to Tom in Florida for that awesome beachside vibe in our mailbag. Keep those messages coming to Shadow Podcast. Approachonmail.com. Matt, say goodbye to our spooky friends.
Good night, Shadow Chasers. Stay curious and stay spooky.
That's the spirit. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky and your ears tuned to The Shadow Frequency. Sleep tight, if you dare.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.